Hello and welcome, Julie Cube. I'm here in Queensland, Australia. Now I'm going to pour over this was just a little coffee jar, that I've got my coffee in. It has a little lid. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to add my greasy fingers. I'm not going to use the lid, but what I use these little glass jars for is to repurpose them into something that I can use or gift. So I have done a couple of these, and I've got a couple in my bathroom with my makeup brushes in, and I've got another a smaller mustard jar with my earbuds in. So you repurpose them instead of putting them in the recycle, and just make them into something pretty. So what I've done with this is, even though it's got a bit of something on the inside, it's not actually on the outside. I've used isopropyl alcohol. I have already done it, and then just use a cloth to get any fingerprints off. So that one has been done. And the other thing is I've got a canvas underneath, so any of my runoff paint is not wasted. It'll create a little canvas the same. So that's my jar prepped, and what I intend doing around this rim to pretty it up when it's dry is you can buy this stuff on a roll. So I'm going to bling it up so it's like that. I mean, you can even just do that to the thing and use it as a little tea light, a little candle thing. But anyway, on with it. There's loads of ideas you can do. So I'm going to fill my cup first, and I'm going to use I'm going to use some all colours. I won't really need too much paint in there because it is a very small container. So that is just a bit of cream, and I will go over to, this is magenta. So I'm literally, this one's a lot thicker. So the magenta, and then I'm going to go, this is kind of, I think fuchsia pink. So I'm not going to run it down the side like I normally would. I'm going to pour it in so it actually mixes it as it's going. And then I'm going to use some lilac. So you can easily make the lilac out of white and add a little bit of purple. As simple as that. And then to really pop the socks, I'm going to add some fluoro pink. So I may very well give this to my granddaughter. But they're nice sitting on a little dressing table or something to brighten things up, I guess. And there's my gecko, definitely agrees. So yes, I'm going to just go back to that and back to the darker one. Now I really want to put something in that'll make that pop, so I guess I might have to go a little bit of, okay, this looks black, but it's actually my Berry Delicious, which is the cool red. Add a good dash of phthalo blue, and if you want it to go even darker, a good dash of black. So I am giving it that. I think that should be more than enough, but it will actually, be making a nice little canvas, hopefully. So those paints have all been made up in my normal pouring medium. So I quite often do this particular technique with pre-made pouring paints. It has got a little bit of dip in the middle, but I'll just go with the flow, see how we go. Rightio. Oh, actually, I might even give that a bit of just 3. I've got, I can see there's a lot of that pale colour on the bottom, and that's going to end up being the last colour out. So I'm going to do it in a ring, like a ringing around, a ring pour. So there's going to be loads and loads. Too much paint for this little jar, but that's okay. I've got others, glass that I recycle that I keep here. So even when the paint has got maybe only halfway down your product, you just leave it, because the rest of that paint will work its way slowly down there. So, ooh, oh, I don't know what's going on with that. There is a little bit of a reaction there, kind of like looking a bit flaky, so I'm not sure. Obviously one paint doesn't go with the other. Oh goodness, but it is looking nice because of the dark in it, but it's not like, I really would like that to pop. So I'm thinking if I add a tiny, one of the small cups that I have with that Berry Delicious, the dark berry and gold. Don't know if I'll leave that one and get another jar, which I have got here somewhere. Got another one. Yep, I've got another one. So actually, I have a little, oh, getting paint all over. It doesn't really matter. At least I'm wondering if I can get that covered. I wonder if I move that up gently, whoop, and put another canvas there and use this. It's kind of a little plant pot holder. I was going to put a succulent in it, so I'm going to just give it that a spray with my I've just given it a spray with the isopropyl just to take off any greasy fingerprints, but I think that's going to be too difficult, isn't it? Because it's not sitting. Oh, I don't know. I think I might give it the initial coat of what I've just coated this, but then add some of that nice Berry Delicious and gold as a final. So let's see how it goes. I might just pour around the edges of this one because this has got a deep rim in the centre and it's an odd shape, so I'm not gonna. Ooh, wow. I intended on, if this turns out well, I will gift this with a little succulent in it. I think I don't really need to add anything to that. That's took all my paint, so oh my goodness. Wow. Maybe I'll just add a bit of the, should I or shouldn't I? Oh. I wanted to add some more of the Berry Delicious to really make it pop, but let's see. It would look lovely with the Berry Delicious and gold, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see if I can make anything happen with this. I should have added my gold. Wow. Oh dear. Maybe I add just the fluoro pink to my Berry Delicious. It's okay because I can use tip one from the other and use the canvas, do a nice little tilt on the canvas. I've just added a bit of that fluoro pink to the berry. Let's see if I can get any nice reaction in it from the two together. I think that's better. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's fun if you do this over the holiday season with your children or your girlfriends or your hubby, you know, bonding sessions. I think I'm going to do this. My gecko agrees. He said that's a good thing to do. That is coming out absolutely gorgeous now. Oh, I don't want to lose that paint. So how am I going to... Do you know what I never did? I'm a silly flipping Jilly. I usually put a cup underneath so I can lift it off, and now I've stuffed it up. Oh, and that is so nice. How am I going to get that off now? Oh, I'm getting too carried away with myself. I could. Maybe I can rectify it if I use the bottom of my, oh gosh, okay. I got carried away and I never added the cup to the bottom, which are usually a plastic cup, which I lift it. But anyway, I'm going to put that on there, and if it leaves a weird fingerprint, I will. So, don't make my mistake. Do not get so excited you get carried away and not think of how you're going to get the thing off the canvas. Okay, I'm going to do the same with this one. Let's see if I can put it over there. The paint will drip down over what I've just done, the fingers. Goodness. Need another tray, don't I? So I'm going to put those two canvases aside. I'll try and put a bit of white over my corners to make my paint stretch that bit further. Give that a bit. Then I'll tip that paint onto there. As it tilt it, hope you can still see all of this. Oh, crazy Jilliness. Oh, that's really pretty colours together though. That is very attractive colours together. My gecko agrees. He agrees. So that's all that matters. The gecko agrees. Always listening in on me. Look at that. That's very nice. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this now. The second one. So you've really made or I will have made 4 pieces out of the one effort. Oh. So remember, don't get carried away like I did. Make sure you pop something underneath what you're going to pour on, those glass, or like I did on the little planter as well. That really needed something to be able to get it up without putting your fingers on it. But luckily the paint's still wet and it still was sliding down the object, so it covered up any fingerprints from me lifting it from one to the other, especially while your fingerprints are still wet, very wet like that. Wow, those colours. In the pink, very pretty. Not sure if I hope that the camera's got all that in. They're very pretty. I'm going to, well, I hope that paint dries nicely and doesn't crack, because that's U-Beaut super duper. Rightio. I mean, you can definitely just leave those canvases exactly like that, giving it that marbly effect. Or you could, yes, swipe it or balloon it. But I'm actually not going to do that today. I'm going to leave them exactly as they are. I'll tell you what is really nice though, doing the effect in these pours. Hey. Calm your farm. I think in this one, you just put in a little bit of the black paint with Australian Floetrol on my little spatula tool, and give it one. Oh wow. Oh, you must. Oh, that's just come up just like gems. Super duper. Let's go the other one. See, I wasn't going to do anything, but it is so effective. I think I will. Just one. I'm going to bring you down to have a look at those, because they look like little gems. Very, very nice. Just look at those, just from that simple swipe through that lovely, really has created some really luscious gem effects through there. That's the Aussie slide. It's with Australian Floetrol, giving it that special look. The other one, looky. Really beautiful. Aussie slide through it. Getting reflection. But they're a colour I use those colours, but not all together like that very often. So this is my lovely glass. It has sort of gone a weird, it's like a ghosty shape down the glass, but the top looks nice, but of course that's the bit that's, well, it's the bottom, so, and that's the, you see, not sure if that's going to dry very well. Look at that, that's split a bit there, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Might have to pour over that bit, see what I get. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Look on at the end for the dried pieces. They dry nicely, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.
Trouble sleeping, so I stay up late at night in a room lit by the TV light. All I want is to get some shut-eye, but my thoughts are keeping me awake. I don't know what it is.